Black Friday and Cyber Monday have come and gone, and it is time to show you guys what I picked up in my 7th game pickups video. As far as I can remember, I got some Nintendo 64 goodies, some PS5 stuff, a couple of Xbox games, and an Xbox Series X game. Now, there were a lot of games that came out this year that are pretty sweet, and a lot of them were discounted, over this weekend and stuff. Well, some of them have been discounted for this entire month. I've either already obtained them for full price, Mario Wonder and Spider-Man 2, for example. So there really wasn't a lot for me to get excited about. But we'll go ahead and we'll start here with the N64 games that I picked up from a local shop that was running a 25% off sale. And, let's start with NFL Blitz 2000. Now, I don't know if I've ever played 2000, but it's pretty much the same thing as NFL Blitz. And that's a load of fun. The post hits, always great times. So, had to add that one to the collection. Still need to get my hands on NFL Blitz, the original, and then I believe there's another one, maybe called 2001. But I got a good price on that. Now, if you've been watching these pickups videos, you know that I've been collecting the Madden games. And for the most part, I've got all of the modern ones, from PS2 and up. But I started buying the N64 ones. So I've got Madden Football 64. Then I got Madden 99. And of course, Madden 2000. And I'm not sure, I know I've played at least one or two of these, but yeah. Gotta have all the Maddens. I'm also collecting, all the wrestling games and all the Call of Duty games. For some reason, I just decided that I wanted to have massive collections of these games that are pretty much not going to get played a lot. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to play 2000. Now, there are some old Madden games that I am nostalgic for, primarily 2003, 2006, and then Madden 25. So I probably will play those. But, it feels weird not having every single one. So I still got to get all the Sega Genesis ones and maybe the Super Nintendo. I'm not sure if I want to buy the same old game on both systems. Probably not. And then next up, we got a couple of wrestling games. So I was able to obtain WCW Mayhem for the 64. I believe I had this one as a kid, or, I played my fair share of it. It may have been the PlayStation 1 version. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good game. This is back when Electronic Arts made good games, because they actually did publish this one. And then probably my favorite wrestling game on the 64, even better than No Mercy because of the story mode, but WrestleMania 2000, what a fantastic game. I just love the career mode that's in this one, and the whole music and vibe. I mean, the gameplay for the most part is identical to No Mercy, and of course I already have No Mercy. I think there's really only like one more wrestling game that I have to get for 64 that was made for WCW or WWF at the time. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but I know it's a WCW game. And then the last 64 game I picked up was Pokemon Snap. I think I paid $15 for it because it was 20 and then 25% off, made it 15. This is a really cool game. I mean, it's just taking pictures of Pokemon and stuff, but I really enjoy it, and I recently played it on the Nintendo Switch Online. Of course, I haven't actually played it on 64 since I was like 9 or 10 years old, but I had to have it, especially when I could get it for, $15. And that's all the N64 stuff I got. Now let's move into a couple 360 games. Got Madden 10 here. This one's actually pretty good too. It's I think that's Palomalu, and I don't know who else is on the cover. That might not even be Palomalu. I can't remember, but yeah. This one, not too bad. When they came out with Ultimate Team and they started making it to where like you had to actually buy the packs of football players, to build your, fantasy team or whatever with legends and our Hall of Famers involved in that. That's when it really started to go downhill. But the older Maddens, like, this and I think maybe 2006 through 2010, you could just go in and put whoever you wanted, on what team and just play and have fun. So next up, I got DJ Hero 2 here. I've been playing the first one, and it's really fun, and it's more relaxed, I'd say, than playing Guitar Hero. Now, it is a lot, harder, in my opinion, especially when you start getting into the expert difficulty. But with the first game, it's pretty good. I just think that a lot of the same songs get mixed up too much. It looks like with this one, they did a better job of getting, popular songs from that era. You've got some Deadmau5 on here, Rihanna, 50 Cent, Lady Gaga, Tupac, Lil Jon, B.I.G's on here. There's Chameleonaire's on here. Wow. Yeah, so a lot of that mid 2000s and early 2000s hip hop goodness, and then obviously some stuff from the 90s and probably from the 80s too. The 80s were in the first DJ Hero a whole lot, but haven't played this yet. I'm gonna finish the entire game for DJ Hero 1, then I'll pop this bad boy in. But it's good to have it complete. I think what's funny too is I bought this before I actually had the turntable. Wait, no, that was the first one. I bought the first one before I had the turntable. Yeah, because I actually got this one like 2 weeks ago. I've just been saving it for this video. Alright, now for the modern console stuff. First up, on Xbox Series X. I debated on buying this game, but the fact that it's normally 60 or 70 bucks and it was on sale for $14.99 only at one store, which was Best Buy, or The Beast is what I like to call it. So I was able to go down there this weekend and pick this up for $14.99. Now, I will say this game has a really good gameplay to it. The gameplay on it is badass. Some of the boss fights are really fun, and overall it's a great experience. The only negative that I could say about it, and it's Halo Infinite, by the way, I should have showed it already, but the only negative that I could say about this game is the campaign is really boring. I'm talking like paint drying on the wall boring. And other than that, though, it's pretty sweet. And, as far as the multiplayer goes, I mean, it's Halo. Multiplayer in this game has been the same since the dawn of original Xbox or whatever. It is pretty bare bones, I will say that. It's almost like they released it way too freaking early. And the biggest flaw that they made with this game, and it's the first Halo game to ever have this flaw, they released it without a co-op campaign. And that was a big no-no. A lot of people were pissed about that, including myself, because most of these games I played through co-op only. But needless to say, I did beat this game single player on my own. I think that it has the co-op campaign in it now, but at the time, playing by yourself, that might have actually contributed to making it seem more boring than it was. But it does play in 120 FPS, which is cool. The grappling hook is awesome. Like I said, some of the boss fights that you do in the story is pretty sweet. But other than that, it's not too great. But for 15 bucks, I'll definitely buy and own it. Even though you could play it on Game Pass if you have that. But I'd started getting rid of all those monthly subscriptions, man. I even canceled GameFly, mostly because every game that I wanted to play, I've either bought already or I've played them. And so, that's kind of how I am with GameFly. It's a great service for renting stuff and trying different things. And they do offer good prices if you decide to keep stuff. So I do recommend GameFly as a service. But, I mean, if I already have so many games to play, there's no point in paying $25.95 a month for renting 2 games when, I'm not going to play any games. Or at least not any new games, because I already have so many to play, including these next 2. So this one, I always buy this when it's discounted. It was on sale for 30 bucks. Of course, there's Madden 24 for the PS5. Normally $70, so I had to jump on it. It's still sealed, so I haven't played it yet. But, I've seen mixed reviews on it, and I'm sure it's horrible compared to the good old days. And the soundtrack is probably abysmal. I don't even need to hear it to know that it's probably shit. But you know what, man? I love football, and I love football enough to buy shitty games on it. Of course, there's Josh Allen on the cover there. I have played this one, and it is NBA 2K24. It was also on sale for $29.99. So you're buying these two games totaled up to like $64 with tax, and they're normally $70 a piece. So I mean, $60 for $140 worth of games. Well, I guess it'd be $150 if you include the tax. So I mean, that's a significant savings. And honestly, a roster upgrade is worth $30, I guess. Also, it's the Kobe Bryant edition. You know, with it being 24, that was his, you know, his number when he played. And you know, I do enjoy the missions that they put in here. In 23, you know, they did the Michael Jordan stuff, obviously, because he was number 23. But yeah, the first thing I did after I waited 9 years for it to install and then download an update that was 101 gigabytes. I went into Exhibition just to like see how the gameplay was, and it plays exactly the same as NBA 2K23. There literally is no difference that you can see right off the dome. Maybe there is a difference, but it is not obvious, and for that reason, I cannot recommend anybody buy this game unless you just want those roster updates, and you know, you can get it for $20 to $30 like I did. But guys, other than that, man, that's all the games that I've got. I got a lot of cool wrestling stuff, but I figured I'd spare you guys that in this video. But I was able to get a Vader autograph. I'll show this on the podcast that I do on my secondary channel, you know, tomorrow night. But yeah, that's all the game stuff I got for now. I'll be kind of laying low for the next couple weeks because I got to pay my bills and stuff, and they take up the majority of my money. In the meantime, I've got plenty of stuff to play. I'm still playing through Marvel Spider-Man 2, having a blast with it. I'm stuck on a level at the moment. I tried to beat it yesterday on my lunch break, and it just kicked my ass. It's for people that have played Marvel Spider-Man 2, it's the one where you play as Miles Morales, and you're with Black Cat fighting the Hunters. Like, you get ambushed and stuff. If you know the mission that I'm talking about, you should let me know in the comments, because it was pissing me off yesterday. I also still have to play and finish Hogwarts Legacy. I know I'm a little over halfway through it, but as soon as Mario Wonder and Spider-Man 2 came out, I just kind of stopped playing it every night like I was. But I do intend to finish it. It is a fantastic game if you're a Harry Potter fan. And, you know, in general, it's honestly a pretty polished game. I haven't seen a lot of, like, glitches or anything like that, you know, in the game. But obviously it's been out for a while, so it should be good by now. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.